Hey Richmond, Virginia, are you curious what's going on in our local housing market? Put down that turkey leg. We're going to talk about it in your November 2023 housing market update. What is going on, party people? In this video today, I'm going to give you a breakdown of all things happening in our local real estate market in the Richmond metro area. And in this video, we strive to explain to you what's going on. I heard a great quote from the Oracle of Real Estate, Steve Harney, that said, good agents understand what's going on, great agents can communicate what's going on. In this video today, we're going to try to communicate that to you. All right, first and foremost, let's cover the state of our local real estate market. So it's very interesting to me this time of year, over the last 2-3 years, and really every year this time of year, everyone just assumes that the real estate market has slowed down. Everyone assumes that prices have gone down. Everyone assumes because interest rates are high that the real estate market is crumbling. Everyone assumes because it's getting colder, that means the real estate market is getting colder, and it is simply not the case. So if we look at the data from our Central Virginia multiple listing service, so this is actual data from our MLS resale homes, you will see that the median listing price in October of 2023, so we're shooting this in November, so we have the data from October, is $371,350, which is actually up 7% from October of last year. So year-over-year appreciation is 7% in Metro Richmond. If we look at the median days on market, as you can see, we have not eclipsed 10 days on the market in a while, but on median, homes are selling in 7 days. Yes, I'll repeat that again. On median, homes are selling in 1 week in Central Virginia for resale homes. On median, home sellers are getting 100% of their asking price. I'll repeat that one again too. On median, home sellers are getting 100% of their asking price when they go to the market. Yes, you'll see that that number has come down a little bit in the last couple of months, but boo-hoo, sellers are only getting 100% of their asking prices. And now last but not least, the month supply of inventory, which is the metric that we track that basically tells us if we're in a buyer's or a seller's market. The lower that number, the more we're in a seller's market, the higher that number, the more that we're in a buyer's market. We're at 1.1 month supply of inventory. So yes, that number is trending upward. However, in the grand scheme of things, 6 month supply of inventory is considered a neutral market. We're at 1.1, so we are very much still in a seller's market in Central Virginia. Now, I will admit this is a much different story than what you're seeing throughout the rest of the country. Our market has remained hotter than most markets in the United States and in Canada. Matter of fact, Metro Richmond is 16th on the list for Zillow's Home Value Index for the month of October. We come in 16th place for the most amount of appreciation out of all the metros that Zillow tracks in the month of October. Now, the next topic on today's agenda is affordability, and I will admit that has become a little bit of a tricky thing. Over the last 3 years, the monthly mortgage payment has more than doubled from roughly $1,000 in 2020 to now over $2,200 in 2023. So if we look back at what's happened from 2016 to 2021, we had sub 5% mortgage interest rates, and amongst other factors, those low mortgage rates help to have prices inflate or boost or climb, whatever you want to say. But long story short, when money is cheap, it's easy for prices to go up. Now, certainly rates are not high in the context of history. The 50-year average for mortgage rates is roughly 7.7. As of today's recording, par interest rate is 7.56. So we're right around kind of the 50-year average. However, I will admit at today's home prices, those interest rates are certainly becoming a factor for a lot of wannabe home buyers. All that being said, we still believe at the Elliott Real Estate team that homeownership is one of the greatest wealth builders for Americans. Always has been, more than likely always will be. As you can see in the graphic, the net worth difference between homeowners and renters is staggering. The difference in net worth between your average homeowner and your average renter. One way to think about homeownership is that it's a forced savings plan. So if you can resist the urge to, refinance your home, to pull out the equity, homeownership is going to force you to, it's just a forced savings plan. Every month that you're paying your mortgage, you are paying down debt. Not only is your home appreciating, but even if your home didn't appreciate over time, you're paying down that loan and you're building equity, you're building wealth month over month. Secondly, the thing about homeownership and buying a home is you're locking in your housing expense. So So if you look at a graph, rental prices year over year, you will see they have climbed throughout history. But when you buy a home, you're locking in the price. For the most part, you're locking in an interest rate, which means you're locking in your payment for the next 30 years. So yes, taxes can come up and down a little bit. Your insurance costs might go up a little bit, but your housing expense gets locked in for the next 30 years. And as wages increase and prices increase, the one thing that stays relatively consistent is going to be your monthly mortgage payment and therefore your housing expense. All right, so what does this all mean for you? So as always, we like to give 3 tips to our sellers and 3 tips to our buyers. So for our sellers, number 1, turn off the news. This is gonna be good for your mental health, but also for real estate specifically. A lot of the information you're seeing is just designed to scare you or to get you glued onto the tube. And even the factual information that they are giving you, a lot of times is not applicable to our local real estate market. So if you are looking to get educated on the real estate market, I do not recommend Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, or any of the like, simply because you're gonna be getting information that's irrelevant to you as a Central Virginia homeowner. Secondly, it is going to take longer than you think. So we are talking to a bunch of people this time of year that are looking out into the future at a 2024 home sale. And the mistake that a lot of folks make is that they say, hey, we're gonna wait till after the holidays to get this process started. What they don't realize is that getting your home ready for market, doing all the things that we recommend to be able to get top dollar to sell your home, is going to take longer than you think. It's gonna take longer to clean out the attic than you think. It's gonna take longer to get your home organized and decluttered and depersonalized than you think. So my recommendation, whether you choose to work with us or somebody else, go ahead and have a conversation now with a real estate professional, find out what you need to do. And as you have downtime over the holidays, as you have time home from work, maybe as you have family in town that can lend a helping hand, they can start unloading stuff from basement, from the garage, from the attic, and you can start working on these projects as you've got time throughout the winter being locked in your home. And last but not least, you can pay people to do stuff. I talk to a lot of prospective home sellers that get simply overwhelmed because they feel like they have to do everything themselves. They have to clean out their attic themselves. They've got to paint their house themselves. They've got to sell things themselves. Guys, you can pay people to do virtually anything for you within legal, ethical, moral bounds, right? So if you need help landscaping, if you need help decluttering, if you need help clearing out the attic, clearing out the basement, clearing out the whatever, there are companies out there that can help you with this, which is their core business. They do it every day. They know how to do it more efficiently, and it's gonna take that burden off you. Yes, it's gonna cost you a couple bucks, but if you've got the money, it's a lot of times it's money well spent. And if you need recommendations for companies for decluttering and whatnot, shoot me a DM or leave it in the comments and I'll be happy to get that to you. All right, for our buyers, number 1, if you're going to buy eventually, go ahead and buy now. So that's gonna sound like a cheesy sales statement of, oh, hey, it's always the best time to sell or best time to buy rather. But if we really think about it, I've had a lot of buyers that have been complaining about interest rates and they say, hey, I'm gonna buy when the interest rates go down. And I always like to pose the question, hey, when interest rates go down, do you think that's gonna invite more buyers into the marketplace? And secondly, when interest rates go down, do we think prices are going to rise? Of course they will. So what we anticipate is if and when the interest rates start to come down, we're gonna see a flood of buyers come into the market. We're gonna see prices continue to escalate up and up and up because there simply isn't enough inventory to sell these buyers. We're not gonna magically find all this extra inventory that we currently don't have now. So we are anticipating to see prices rise. If you can afford to buy now, which you can always do if and when rates go down in the future, is you can refinance, but you cannot renegotiate the sales price at some point in the future. So if you can buy now, lock in the price where it is right now, and then refinance in the future if and when rates come down. Secondly, engage a real estate professional. So obviously we would love to have the opportunity to earn your business, but even if you don't work with us, go ahead and have a conversation with a real estate professional right now. Find out what you need to do from a financing perspective. Find out what you need to do to prepare yourself to buy a home. Have the discussions around wants and needs of what you're looking for in a home. Go ahead and have those discussions now. So as you have downtime over the holiday season, you can talk about that with your spouse, your partner, your dog, your loved ones, whoever you're going to be buying a home with. And then last but not least, create a budget. So if you don't currently have a budget, you've never broached the subject, and you're getting yourself ready to buy a home, one of the first steps that we like to walk people down is create a financial budget. Find out how much money in your current spend that you have to be able to out, and we could start narrowing down neighborhoods and kind of where we want to live and think through it. But I'm a firm believer that it all starts with what can I afford. So guys, that was your November 2023 housing market update. I hope you found that informative. If you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, fears, throw it in the comments or shoot me a DM. Look forward to seeing you next month and hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.